G'day, good morning. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Hope your morning's getting off to a good start. And if it is morning where you are, it's nighttime where I am, so I've had a pretty good day. Wanted to have a brief chat today about the charts, obviously, but also I just wanted to slip in there some information around having a trade plan. So let's get on with it. Let's go and start with the calendar. Today we have news at 8:30, PPI. There might be an opportunity there for you if you want to have a crack at expediting an eval. PPI has some movement generally, so it could be enough there to reach your profit target on an eval and get funded. Remember, if you're looking at doing so and you want to grab an eval, My Funded Futures or Apex, use code Jimmy for max discount. But the big one will be tomorrow, the CPI news, which I'm sure a lot of people will have a crack at. I'm going to have a crack at one eval today on PPI. We'll see how that plays out. All right, let's go over and have a quick chat about trade plan. So just recently, actually over the last couple of days, I decided that I probably wasn't sticking to my plan as well as I should have been. I also wasn't reading my trade plan regularly, and I think my trading's been suffering because of it. So I felt that I needed to go through a rebuilding exercise, rewrite my trade plan, and follow the darn thing. Part of that is reading it every day moving forward without fail. And I just wanted to have a quick chat about it, show you guys my trade plan briefly, and really just impress on you how important it is to have a plan before you move into the markets. Your trade plan, and if we go over to mine, we'll have a look at it. Here we go. Let me just hide a couple of things here we don't need to see right now. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, my background is actually commercial plumbing. So I've been in construction for 25 plus years, and then I made the transition to trading. So I wanted my trade plan to reflect my roots, so to speak, where I came from, but project where I'm going. So essentially I looked at it like I had a blue collar job. So I've made this look quite nice, I think. It's appealing to the eye. And I just wanted something catchy that I can read and I enjoy reading every day. I want to give a shout out to my man Arrow, who provided the template for this, and it is available if you're in the premium group. You can download the template for Canva. Arrow does some amazing stuff. So very grateful to Arrow for providing this template. But I went through the rebuilding phase and connected it back to my roots. So blue collar worker, the coloring, the blueprint is what I've called my trade plan, the blueprint. Commit to excellence, execute with discipline. That's how I want to approach the market every day. And I started by building it out with the foundation, my purpose, my core strategy, the trade criteria, my risk management, my execution, performance review. So it's incredibly important to review and journal your day. And this includes, for me, journaling even if I don't take a trade. Why I didn't take a trade on that day, was it emotions? Was the market a seek and destroy? The conditions just weren't favorable. What was it that led me to not take a position? It could have been that I've already taken 2 wins this week and I didn't want to risk my profits. So then we have the framework. So market analysis, how I approach the market every day. The setup identification, which is the unicorn. That's the model I trade. And I'm looking for entry and exit criteria to be aligned with time frame alignment. Now, if you read this closely, you'll see that I only look at the daily. If I'm trading 1 minute or 5 minute, I look at the daily. That's a personal preference. I don't worry about the 4-hour chart. I also only execute after 9:30, and I'll circle that back to a trade that formed yesterday at New York Open. And we'll have a quick look at that. But I didn't take it because I won't trade until after 9:30. So that's my criteria. Then I've got my risk management and then adaptation and refinement. So journaling each day's trading, what I like to include in my journal. That's all there. And an image of what the unicorn looks like. And then I have the final inspection, which is my commitment to excellence, my daily discipline, my mindset, continuous improvement, my vision for the future, and my final words. So that's my trade plan, the blueprint. I just wanted to share that with you guys and just impress on you how important it is to have something like this that you can look at and access every day. If you guys would like a copy of this, I'm happy to share it. I can put a link to this or share it with you. I'd rather, if you would like a copy, to just throw a comment. Just comment trade plan, and I will send you a copy of my blueprint. And at least you have, a basis to work from if you don't already have one. Okay, enough of that. Let's just use that idea of why I didn't trade or execute this trade that played out on ES, I think it was ES yesterday morning. So we had a bearish bias because we're inside a bearish FVG. And if we drop down to the 5 minute, let me just find this. Okay, so it was on NQ. My apologies, it wasn't on ES. So when I'm looking for a setup, the first thing I want to look for is a potential draw on liquidity, and we had these equal lows down here, which was also the Asia range low. And then we had a sweep of an hourly swing high. And this was coming into New York Open. So the sweep happened at 8:30 or 8:25. Okay. And then we have our breaker, which was formed here. Now, the reason I didn't take this trade is because the initial entry was before 9:30. So it was 9. If you waited for the close here, and personally that wick I wasn't liking that wick, but if you waited for the close here, you're below the breaker, that's your close, that's when you would actually enter the trade. So that's at 8:50. So that's not a trade I would look for because I don't execute until after 9:30. As you can see though, it did play out to 2R quite easily. But it was touch and go there as well with New York Open. So you can see it open, we pushed straight back up. And if you had your stop right on the breaker, you would have been sweating. Again, I'm just pointing out how I followed and stuck to my rules. That's my rules. Now, if you have a rule whereby you can trade from 8:30, which is the kill zone time, then that was a trade you would have taken and would have taken profit on. So it really comes down to the individual. So I just wanted to touch on that, just tie it back into the trade plan, just let you know that that's why I didn't execute that trade. It didn't align with my trade plan. And that's why it's very important to have a trade plan. All right, let's move on. Let's get out to the daily. And start looking at some charts. So NQ rather is still residing within this daily bearish FVG. On account of that, I'm still looking for a bearish bias. Again, we only need a bias to form an idea. And we just need to look for a position that is in line with that idea. Now, price is currently sitting above the mean threshold of this bearish FVG. Yesterday's candle closed right on the mean threshold, and we've already taken today's high. Now, leading into news, I'm anticipating that hopefully price will come low. So until this candle closes, if it was to actually close outside or above this bearish FVG, then for me that FVG has failed, and as such I would then be looking for price to continue to move higher. So I'm still bearish on the daily for now. So we'll leave that as is. Let's drop down to the hourly. And this is where I really want to see the structure change. We're not seeing that just yet. We're still just slowly pushing up here. It's just grinding up. Price has finally taken these highs, which I was looking at a draw on yesterday. Those equal highs. They just look too clean for my mind. So now, to confirm or get some alignment with our daily bias, I really want to see price do something like come back down, another sweep, and then continue lower, giving us a change in the state of delivery or something to that effect. So at the moment, price is still somewhat bullish on the hourly. That's not to say that I need the change in state of delivery to take a position though. I have a bias, and if I get a formation, that's all I need. All right, let's move over to ES. Same story here with ES. Price is still sitting within this daily bearish FVG. You can see price is reacting to the mean threshold on ES. So I am still looking for price to move lower. And looking for this level as our current draw for our external. Dropping down to the hourly. Again, I'm going to say it's probably very similar story to NQ, where it's just slowly grinding up. And we do, this really is some consolidation, and that's to be expected, particularly with CPI news tomorrow. We have news today. We have high impact news today, as we discussed earlier. But how much that'll move the market, I'm not too sure. But tomorrow really is the big news of the week, and that will probably be the catalyst to where price actually wants to go. So we are still grinding up on ES. Again, we're not aligned with our bias at this stage. Same story. I would like to see some sort of move to be able to give us a change in state of delivery to confirm that our structure is looking to move south. Okay, oil. Well, there's our markups from yesterday, and oil really exceeded my expectations there. Not only have we taken this ERL, but we closed nicely above it. We're now located at an internal bearish FVG. Therefore, let's get rid of that. Therefore, I will be looking to have a bearish bias today. When we're located in a bearish FVG, that gives us a bearish bias. Likewise, we also swept this external. So a swing high also is a bearish bias. And we may just push back down into this level, clean up some of this liquidity here, but we'll see what price wants to do. Today I will have a bearish bias on oil. I'm sure the hourly is going to just say bulls, 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 but let's have a look. So we had our standard deviations drawn out, and we can see that we got our close above the negative 2.5. Price reached these highs that I was targeting, which is lovely. And we can anticipate price to continue to our max extension of the -4. So we zoom in a little bit, we can see that price is still respecting bullish PD arrays. And it would be good to see for a bearish idea that if price was to come sweep higher and then move lower here, then we would get a change in the state of delivery. That is yet to be seen, so until that time comes, just anticipating price to keep pushing on the hourly by the looks of it. We have got some consolidation here, whereas we've been having just a consistent move higher. All right, let's have a look at Dixie. Okay, so looking at our markup from yesterday, Dixie did continue to move lower. And although price has pushed up today, it took actually yesterday's low already. It's taken yesterday's low already. It may take the high as well. But we're still in a bearish idea here with our internal to external relationship. And this level here would also be the level I'd probably be targeting first, obviously. If we drop down to the hourly, some wild wicks and funny candles. Crazy. So we are somewhat consolidating, even with these candles here. And that's to be expected. We've got CPI or PPI today, and then CPI tomorrow. So sort of to be expected that Dixie might be reacting like this or acting this way leading into high impact news events like that. Still bearish on Dixie. Let's jump over to gold. Have a look at the daily. So we can see that price did continue to move higher yesterday. So our bias was correct. We haven't quite reached this external level yet. And I would still be targeting that level. So I'd still be looking for price to be bullish today. You could look at this as an internal level. So price is located at internal. Therefore, looking for price to continue higher. And here on gold, we can see we've just been grinding higher, 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 respecting bullish PD arrays. So we don't yet have a change in the state of delivery. This is just a retracement. There's no shift in structure just yet. So this still has all the makings of a push higher here. So bullish on the hourly, bullish on the daily. Let's go and have a look at Euro. So we did get a move higher yesterday as we anticipated. Nothing huge, but we did close higher. Price really is just quite range bound. Look at all these lows here. I mean, obviously we had this one come through and sweep all this liquidity here. We're building the same sort of profile through here. We could see price push lower here, grab the liquidity from these lows and then continue higher. So I'd still, with our internal to external relationship, I'm still looking at price moving from internal to external, so bullish. You can see we're just really stuck in a range here at the moment. So we need to see if price wants to show us its hand at some point. Give us a clear indication of where it wants to go. GBP. Looking for internal to external. And that's playing out at the moment. So remaining bullish on GBP. Again, price respecting bullish PD arrays. Again here. If we run our projections, you can see that we've wicked into the -2, which is an area that we usually consolidate or retrace. It looks like we're retracing slightly at the moment. So it will be interesting to see if price continues higher. This is just a retracement. We don't have a change in state of delivery or anything here just yet. So remaining bullish on GBP. All right. Let's wrap the video up there, guys. Please like and sub. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you got some value, particularly around the trade plan. Again, if you want a copy, please comment trade plan below and I will happily send you a copy. With evals, jump on those evals if you feel inclined to one shot, one kill. Code Jimmy will give you the max discount across the board for My Funded Futures and Apex. All right, guys, until tomorrow, have a great trading session and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.